Hello, everybody. Uh, what a crazy time, crazy energies goes on. It's like this morning everything was beautiful and lovely, and all of a sudden things changed. And what are the things that are changing within the energy, within the gravity field? And now the energies is going to get because of the collective. Okay. I'm just going to like get you in the camera straight out here. Uh, and this current energies, there are a lot of the shifts. And if you don't feel good about you, or if you don't feel good about during these shifts, my best advice is to you is, I mean, we learned this back in the days that we couldn't do anything. We just have to let it go to the energies to come however they are. There's a good, bad, ugly, or a low, high, or whatever it is, because they're coming for a reason. Okay. And that's what I want to talk to you today. It's because of the vibes. Okay. We did a very nice chat today. It was getting into your basis, to your cores, to your tanks. But here it's like somewhere like right now it's about 6 p.m. here. I don't know where you guys at as a time wise. It's a 6:30 p.m. here. But somewhere around like 2 o'clock begin to emerge a kind of like a unification energy that I felt so strong. But that was kind of like comes in like with a lot of love in the morning. That love still exists, but there is something else behind the background. It has got this energy that's shifting that it's kind of like unifying the positive and the negative, the good and the bad, unifying things that you begin to understand more about life. Some kind of like a unifications with energies from within, things that you accept, but at the same time, things that you resist. There is a energy of uh, you flying, but at the same time, you're not here flying. You're here on Earth. Um, I just spoke with someone very close to me, and it's like, yeah, that's what the energy is. And uh, be patient with yourself. Allow within yourself the changes to happen. The reason is because the changes are helping you to find the difference between where you are now, and don't worry about where you're gonna go, because the most expensive thing in this world that is in the present moment. The moment of now determine the moment 2 minutes from now. Okay, determines this future of you. Working with the energies and working with the vibrations and understanding things beyond your belief, it will make you harder on you. You might feel like an outsider. You might feel like you way over your time. Talking about here to the people who I know they are very connected to these new energies. But those new energies, there is about unifications of everything, not only a one-sided part. Is to side to understand that one-sided part it doesn't work anymore. It's not helping you anymore. It doesn't bring the full value of the one-sided thing. To understand that the changes uh, for it, they collect the both sides. In order you to make a change and evolve, you need two things: things that you are and things that you want it to be, but they are involved with what's happening now. Astrology wise, what's going on within the sky is We have a Venus that feels alone, but actually Venus is within Chiron powers right now. Shows you the beauty, you to be detached from any other influences, but to understand the purifications of love, that beautiful power of love from within. And I love that you are who you are, the love that exists in the universe. It's kind of like pounding on you, and it's this beautiful bliss energy that it's beautiful, but at the same time, there is this other energy is like, why you don't have it? Why is not so much from within you? Why? What's going on? What is you do? Okay, and you have the self love from within itself, but then is something else is out there. Okay, love that it's gotta be an unconditional to everything. Can you feel like you're flying with that love? Okay, but astrology wise, the current energies we are shifting, and what I have here for you, if you're following the astrology reports for, is this wings that I've been drawing from before. They're right in here. I don't know. It's, let me brown it for you a little bit. Okay. That's how they look like. Okay. They are as an aspects, and those aspects, what do they mean to you? It's, you feel the energy, but the energy is for everyone. It's not only for you. It's not only for other things. The energy it comes in to gift you or to help you to shape you. If you feel positive energy, you learn from the positive side of the realm. If you are stressed or if you feel like under this pressure, you learning to let it go to the energies. Okay. A lot of the twin flames out there, they know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of people who works with energies, the star seeds, or if you take a look at it on the other side of the forest or whatever you want to call it, okay, they feel also things. They feel the current presence of the energy. How you going to work with the present energy? That is entirely up to you. You have to choose to use anger because of love, or you choose to feel the love because of love. But the energy is love. Okay, it's not something else. Collective energy out there right now. It's understanding the two different realities and everyone to look from within those human behaviors of things that goes on. But throughout the opposites, we finding ourselves that we are having this human experience as a soul. And there is nothing more beautiful on this is to realize the moment of having your experience here on earth as a soul. There's nothing more beautiful on that. You understand your things, and hi Marshall, thank you for coming in into the chat. Yeah, I will explain it to you what's going on with the twins in about 60 days or 60 years, and things like this. We are going to learn everything that humans hasn't been experienced, and we're going to learn the good side, the bad side, and we're going to go through the ugly process of transformation. That ugly process of transformation, it is about one thing, uh, to search and to be real within the reality, so that way you can get the maximum capacity from within yourself to be yourself. Okay, not to be forced under any circumstances that life presented to you, because you're not free. The circumstances controlling what you need to do. That's not freedom of any sphere of your life, professional or personal, family, or whatever that might be. Okay, the circumstances, they're always gonna be there. You don't think that they're gonna escape from your life. The circumstances is your path or the road. But what's coming up is right now is this unifications of energies that comes in. That is the new train. Took me a little while to unpack the latest downloads for it. Right now, it's so much energy in me, but kind of like I begin to trust that other side now. Like I begin to let the other things to come together, the other sides to become together. I rejected so much things that denied it. Okay, reject the other negative side of life. But now I understand that by looking into the negative side in life, you're actually gaining experience that helps you to be more real from within yourself. And more real leads to this journey of you. Okay, I mentioned that in the video that there's going to be some this process of unifications from within the twin flames. That because the twin flames, the part is that they have the same vibrations, and so they feel the energy, they feel the oneness. That's what it begins with. But once the soul comes in and this harsh, dark environment, which is actually, some of the people, some of the they kind of like attaching into the hell. Okay, yeah, we're in the hell, but in the hell of what? Hell of transformation. We're here to transform this place. Okay, get it out to your brain or to your heart, but most possible is getting it in your soul. And right now is this learning and exposing of some things that happened of this darkness that comes in the surface. The darkness is not afraid anymore of the light, but we are going to have this, that the light is not afraid of the darkness. They finally came into this point. Let me close the window because the kids are playing. It's so beautiful. We have the kids playing here in the summer. It's kind of by the sea. I was just listening to them how they make a plans to go by the sea, and it's beautiful to see kids playing on the streets, not playing on their phones. It's kind of like a beautiful. Um, but to come back, it's that the universe kind of like through this story of Johnny Depp shows up a lot of things. And now you may be experiencing this energy of the things of who Johnny Depp was, or what she was. And right now, it's kind of like comes into this energy of you realizing the thing, but they show up their real selves. Okay, they show up their real selves. And if you're not with your twin flame, why? What was the reason for it? The reality, the real self wasn't there. Maybe the one was real, the other was not. Maybe the one was hiding things instead of understanding things. And to this energy that's coming in now of this unifications processes, we are evolving. And this story with them, it's kind of like shows the reality from the world. It's not only them. It probably happens to a lot of people. Okay, but take a look at you. I can look at it from within. Get this wings from within yourself, and unite those energies from it. Because if you look at the wings, and astrology wise, the way they are, okay, that's the one side, that's the other. And to fly, the both two, they have to come together. And now is this energy of stop fighting between the good and the bad. Now is this energy of stop judging, begin understanding. Now is this energy from within you that you feel that love of what are the conflicts? The conflicts are taking a precious time of you to live your life a different way. Uh, it's you to understand things beyond of whatever you understood from before. And these new cycles that we are going into, they're powerful, but how you apply to yourself, it has something to do with you. If you feel these energies, if you feel the vibes, if you are in this journey of self-discovery, if you're in this twin flame journey with in the relationship, because the twin flame journey is about uh, finding yourself, but overcome all the obstacle with to be with somebody else, to overcome everything and anything that you can overcome. It will trigger the heck everything out of you. But by trigger this, you won't understand. You evolve. And doesn't matter if you're with your twin flame or not. There's gonna be at times when actually the twin flames will understand things beyond of what we are understanding now. We only cracking this portion, Marshall, about the twin flames. We just begin. We are the babies. Okay, we had a chances to learn from the twin flames that were before. They were before us, but for one way or another, we failed to accomplish it. As a society, we failed to accept the things, to stop with this masculine power over, and to stop with this feminine kind of like manipulation stuff. Is to stop and to give life to something more meaningful. Where the world was created, it was based out of love. And that's what this energy of love in the next few days is going to be powerful. Use it. Guys, use it from within, okay? Don't wasting your time of trying to get and understand why you're like this. Allow that love to suck from within. Kind of like submerge yourself within to it. Go out with a walk and get this love from within, okay? Marshall, let me look at it right now. Your question: what about future twin flames 60 years from now? Will twin flames ever be in danger? Feel a very high energy for future events yet to come. I had a revelation from Divine. It was showdown at a future event. Um, Let me tell you something that some of the future events, even though I look into future events, there's going to be a power that because uh, you need to understand the truth is very powerful thing, but the more you evolve, you uncover more truths. And when the more truths are uncovered, they are not comfortable with the society. You go ahead and tell someone the truth within their face, and guess what happens? They're not taking it. And the society doesn't like to take a truth from twin flames until they don't become a twin flame. When someone is like, well, what was that twin flame crap and all this? And then the universe is like, I like you like this. How about like this? I'm gonna be creating you to get in the twin flame journey just because you say things that you don't understand. And guess what? Then that person is just like go through the motions, get ignited their soul within love. They begin to understand things beyond their control. They don't understand, but medically inside of them, the brain opens the mirror neurons and they're activating their chat portion of the brain that feels the vibes. And now they're different. They're like, what the heck happened to me? And they go, and guess what? They become what they rejected. Okay? They become what they rejected. They rejected the truth. And this is why we are going to have this understanding that there's going to be some more within the vibrations to increase. And if you don't have the positive, looking into the darkness and evolve is the same thing that the darkness won't exist because it's not going to help the light to evolve. There is a mutual coexistence. But if the negative finds the positive and the positive finds the negative, they don't evolve because the time is wasted within fight instead of time to be used as evolving. And this is a new time as energy that emerges now. This is a new energy that is emerging right now. And to that emergence, merge, unification, you will understand a lot of things. Um, it is power. And now these powers, they're uniting from within me. And it's strange. It is strange. It makes something, I can't describe it. It's like there is no words, Marshall. Thank you for being in the chat here, by the way. And you feel these vibes, you feel this power. But that is the power of coming in and evolve. If you look at it, this case, they both evolve. The dark and the light, they both evolve. If they don't fight, if they have the love from within. This is the power of God's evolutions. Okay, this is from within you. This is a new stage of evolution that it's out of anything. It is something that I mean you can comprehend it. Okay, but in order to comprehend, it's kind of like you have to catch the vibe. The vibe brings you the information and you process it. And then the moment you process it, that energy is coming into something universal. It's coming into some point of bringing in the balance. You finding the balance from within you. And in that balance, you find more internal peace that these both energies, they don't fight from within you anymore. But you're not willing to fight with others. You are willing now to understand the both sides of the realm, but you don't want to fight anymore. And hi, Crow. Thank you for being here. Loved your messages that you left on YouTube. And I want to say thank you for coming into the chat. Yeah, I know that some of the people, they're not feeling these energies. Some people, they feel left out. It's not you left out. No, you are resisting to see the other side. You resisting to submerge into the other side. That doesn't mean you're losing your identity. That doesn't mean you're engaged with these energies. You're there to see the missing pieces of you. Okay? You create the yin yang from within, but at a level that you never thought impossible of this unification. You become unique from within you, but now you become unified from within you. You create these unifications from within your own self, where there is once probably hate, now there is love. When the once there was disagreements and manipulation, now there is like giving, understanding. Let the things flow, let it go. Um, Crow, yes, actually, it is attached with the karmas, and that it comes in with Saturn. That currently, the way he is, I spoke about this before, and astrology-wise, because we are talking about the magnetic field of gravitation that it's made out of the sky, and that energy of getting through the sky is this. You don't see it if I make it like that big, but okay, I'll draw it here. It's 22 degrees and 22 minutes. Okay, so here is. I want to show you the numbers up here. That's the currently MC, but here 22 degrees and 22 minutes. That is it where the currently the north node is. And if you don't see it here, it's got a little R, just retrograde. What is that though? That's a shift that comes in, and it's been in the retrograde. All right. So we're going to go on the opposite side because the software doesn't show up. We're going to put it right in here. Okay. That is at 22 degrees and 22 seconds. And Scorpio, that is the south node. But in all this, we're having a Saturn that is in 25 degrees right here that squares all this. So Saturn right now, the biggest teacher, the ruler of the karma, it is like I'm putting everything together, what you had from your previous karma into now, and what you have from now to see through your past. I will unify this. And he's going retrograde. He's going on retrograde. And where he is, in Aquarius, the rebel, you to create a revolution. But if you remove the R, it's evolution. So we have a revolution for evolution up here. Yeah, Crow, thank you. Thank you for this. And right now, this energy that comes in and shifts. We have a Mercury, it's direct, and now you probably learned the things. The end of this retrograde cycle is not over yet. Now the retrograde cycle is going to begin to perform of what I had to go through. What realizations did you did during all this process? Let me see if I can make it to see better. All right. There you go. Okay, so we have Saturn right here that it squares this north node, and somewhere right here that is a south node that's square. Okay, Saturn is frozen in the sky, but he's going to be a retrograde motion pretty soon. And now the shift of this energy that comes in is that shift of consciousness from within you, consciousness that brings you something higher, and at the same time you are peaceful of things that come up. You're going to have an internal peace with your past karma and peace with what you're doing now. Peace of these fights of being right and being wrong. Peace with everything from within. But all this is evolving Venus that gives that love for us. Okay. The love that it's within us. It's not, it's all around us. Love heals everything. And love puts the dark and the opposites together, not something else. Because if there is no differences, we won't be able to grow. And that is going to be realizing that. It's going to put a lot of love from within you, a lot of compassion, a lot of love towards the transition that we are going to. And at the same time gives you an energy to stay in your path. Live the life from it. Okay, because that's what's coming in. As I stated before, the true path of the twin flames, it's going to be very powerful coming in. That's going to be a powerful couples who actually went through the hell to go ahead and be unified. Okay, I mean, if you haven't been on twin flame journey, or if you're not a twin flame yourself, you don't know what that hell is. The hell of pain and changes. Because the changes are so big, so powerful. Kind of like wipes you out, everything you knew to everything you discover, everything you find, everything you transform yourself into. And with all this, you have to remind yourself to be love within. And now, these current energies that are coming in, they give you this environment of unifications. They give you this power of you to, how to explain, you to do individual work, but at the same time to unify with someone else. You have to keep your identity, but at the same time, you have to merge your identity. You're going to, for example, understand that the two opposites, if the one takes over the other one, cause nothing but a chaos. And pretty soon we are going to learn this in life, that shouldn't have been like this. It's just like, why just not working together on this? And that's what the energies are. You can't create something if you're fighting who's gonna create what. you will begin to understand the power of creation more than anything you had before. Because if you wasted your time of fighting, you will understand you missed the point of creating. And that is going to be the biggest, probably, understanding from within Twin Flames. Because Twin Flames comes in to shows these things, to brings that up out on the surface. And guess what? Have you fight in your relationships before you ever been a twin flame? What did you fight it for? To have a power over the other one? Why? Because you're on one side? Because you want to have a more control? Energy. You fight for having more energy. That's all that is. But when you stop the fight for the energy, you begin to create. Okay? What will be the difference if there is a peace on earth and we all creating things? Where we're gonna be? And the hell this transformation is gonna help the world. But begins from within you. Begins from within you. Hey CJ, thank you for coming into the chat. That helped transformation to me where I am today, but for sure, Dio, it was torture. So grateful I found you, Lee, Sherry, and Marla way back then. You're welcome, CJ. I know what it is. That pain of transformation when you are down on your knees and you pray like till, I don't know, maybe to the last cell of your body is that you want from God to give you the love that you want. Or that pain of transformation and realizing new things and you crying your soul out, you know. People don't know about that stuff until they are not becoming a twin flame. Once the soul begins to cry and heal, then understands things. But now you're going into the other side because you don't receive that love. Why? Because you are for a fighting of God to give you something. You are fighting for. You don't have to fight. Okay, because when you fight, you're actually missing the most powerful point, creation. When your twin flames rejecting you, they're rejecting love. They're fighting love. And guess what? They're on the other side of the realm. And they're missing the point, the power of creation. They wasted time of anger and aggravations and everything. And guess what? Missing the point of creation. But this is going to come up right now in the surface. This is going to come up. And through our experiences, beginning to kind of like uncover this twin flames journey, we're going to choose the wings. The people will know from our experience what's going on when they fight. When they have this runner chaser and all that crap. And guess what? As soon as they catch themselves fighting, it's going to come up right away. Listen, that's got to stop. That is the power of illumination. What are we doing? Beating ourselves each other? Fighting for what? Who's right? Who's wrong? Fighting for energy, for control. Fighting so we can satisfy our egos. You'll learn that those fights, you missed the most powerful thing of this is creation for it. And uh, the fight was for control. Exactly, Crow Girl. But guess what? We stood up. I mean, we were humiliated with some people. I was humiliated from people. What the hell are you talking about? I was really punched back of some people. Some people don't understand the things. I always had to dig up, try something new, transform myself, work on myself. But comes to a point that when you trusting the new stuff, you trusting the new things are happening so very much. And let's see what's going on with the chat. Yes, for control that came from fear of abandonment. I mean, yeah. You see all those fears, all those things comes in, and like CJ, if you back in time, for example, if you back in time, you understood that overcoming your fear as like you were awakening as a twin flame, because during the awakening you receive all the informations of twin flame. If you understand back then that you have to overcome your fear of abandonment and you overcome that, what could have been the difference from what you knew in your journey now? You create yourself a better version of yourself. If you let go of the control but work towards partnership, which is you eventually as a twin flame, you see it. Okay, you experience it maybe. Okay, that it's not about relationship. Who's going to be in the control of what? Because in the relationships, okay, there is something different. Partnership, there is a one of the two things opposite of each other coming together for creation, not for something else. Mora, thank you for coming into a chat. Glad to see you here. CF, yep. It's good to give a hug, send love. The control came from me programming from the matrix. Now I understand creation is what it is now. Yeah, we're learning. And I'm so happy that at some point of this twin flame journey, we become better versions. A lot of the people, they don't realize this. They don't realize that this transformations that comes in, this evolution of the humanity, it is as we become more and more of situations that we are created that way. But because of we fight each other, we try to get, if you look at it from day one, from the beginning, okay, the tribes, they wanted to get more land to become a kingdom, okay. Then the kingdoms, they had to get more land that becomes an empires. And the empires, they could have goes in and tries to conquers the world. But through all these fights, what was the time that the world had built the most? Well, the world built the most when there was no fights for control, when there was a cooperation, when there was a build-up. If you were in a marriage or relationships or partnership, when did you build things? When there was a cooperation, not when there was fights. And here is that this current energies that comes in the next, let's say about a week, it's going to have this aftermath. Be patient with yourself. Allow those energies to come in. Allow them to be within you, to change you. and don't resist in it. Every time you're resisting this energy, is that something is going to be triggers in you, and those triggers, they could be high vibes, and could be, I mean, name it. Okay, it's like allowed to be at peace and allowed to this current energy. They're here for you. Okay, so you can be unifying things. You you embody your soul is going to be the most important thing to be. What I'm talking about embodiment of the soul, that it is that you allow the soul vibes right now flow through your body, not to have this ego-based things. The ego is protecting you to survival of the body of the human existence. Okay, but now the soul takes over. It's totally different story. You as a twin flame, you know this. When the vibes are coming out of your body and they're a little different, when you have a internal peace from within, when your soul breathes from within universe, that is energy that some of the people haven't felt for so much. Or talking about this energy of unconditional love that all of a sudden comes from within you, and you're like, I never felt that. I mean, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, I'm all shining bright. Well, that's how it is. We're meant to be like this. All right. So, for example, take a look, all the world greatest moments of evolution in the culture and everything. Take a look the Renaissance. I mean, I'm looking at here into the Bulgarian history, uh, the golden era of things that happened here in Bulgaria. That was when all the fights with the Byzantine Empire and everyone else stopped. That was the time when it was developed a great culture, but at what price? Destroying a different culture, destroying old culture, destroying things that were not meant just to have create something else. And now things are is the way they are. But we are looking for the old culture. Why we are looking into the old culture? Because there we're losing your history of what we were and transform ourselves to something else. Now we are going back to our core values for it because they left us something. And now we're missing that left. But what is that left? If you feel the sadness, that if you feel like energy of uh, things, is that because your old self kind of like ego based dies, transforms, makes some more room for your soul to come in? Put the love in there. That's what Venus right now, it stays in a neutral position just to give you everything into the physical realm by with being in Taurus is like, don't attach me to anything. Don't think that caring for someone or codependent to someone or someone is bad or someone that this is love, that is love. No, I'm here to teach you different love. I'm here to teach you cosmic love because Uranus is there as well next to the North Node. This is going to be a magnificent week of everyone that does is wasting of time and energy that you can use to evolve. Okay, guys. So if you got so many questions, guys, I can take a couple of them right now. Okay. To answer the question that was given from Marshall at the beginning, uh, twin flames can reach out to the state of rebellion that they will state for the truth and the true love. It's a warriors of evolution, and everyone who stands against that uh, evolution is gonna be kind of like they're gonna be converting people to a different way. Our toxic overcoming thing, like the darkness overcomes the light. You need to understand that sooner or later the universe creates balance, and twin flames is about balance. Okay, that's what this is, and yeah. Crowbarrel, the US culture has been destroyed as we speak. US Pluto return feels like a modern day dark ages. Crow, yeah, I know about it. Now, Crow, I want you to take a look and I want you to get all the movies that came out in the United States the past maybe 10 years and take a look at it. How many of them there were horror movies or uh, that were kind of like within the toxic dark side, and how many there were good movies? How many movies there were made about love, and how many there are within a certain providers of watching movies? And when you go there, what the movies are about for, you'll begin to understand there is a programming that comes in there. You will understand things. Hi, Maura. Let's say, which is, I was so ready to set boundary with my son's dad to meet me halfway so I could rest. He calls me and says that he's working later. I know I will take care of self this weekend. Yes, you're looking for it for this. You will look for it. All right. And there's a one energies that it's from within the divine right now that goes on. It's like uh, very powerful. That energy is amazing. That is about solving conflicts, solving situations. I believe that we are going to begin to look that conflicts are nothing else but just power. And this world has to learn to solve conflicts, not creating them. And pretty soon, the world will understand that conflict doesn't help. But in order to be understood, there's got to be a biggest conflict ever. And there's got to be a suffering. And that's what this is. Because you can understand and appreciate the light if there is no darkness. It doesn't happen that way. No. But when the darkness understands that they could have cooperated to create something more powerful, that way the both realms, they have more energies to do things and more creation to be done that way. That is a like the two dragons they coming in together within the Chinese mythology. That when they come together, they become alive. That's the most powerful thing you will ever understand. They open new dimensions. They open up new things. And now with the new energies that we talk about to look the both sides of the issues ever since starting in the live chat helped me to understand more things. But the more things I understand, the more things I uncover, more things coming up. And with this latest downloads, it's been too much. sometimes it's too much. And I understand, I get it. But take a break. If it's too much, take a break. I will take a break tomorrow. And that's why I didn't ask in the first video. It's like, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? I wanted to go someplace, but I'm going to go to a different place. I want to do some other things. But yes, the energies, uh, it is about peace. It doesn't matter where you are, it's about peace from within. It's the most valuable thing because when you have a peace, you feel the power of creation, power of love. And that's what I'm going to leave you with you guys. Okay, so the next week or so, feel that peace from within. Just feel it. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any question, I can take an answer. If not, we're just gonna go ahead and close this. I hope you got the energy that I wanted to say. I hope you guys gonna be having a beautiful, beautiful transformations. And Crow Girl, yeah, you're welcome. I know that some of us here in the chat room, we are in the same way. We are in the same train. We are in the same wagon, okay? Same place. Because that's how it goes. And yeah, always been like this. Always been like this. So you guys welcome. All right, guys, enjoy your transformations and be love. You're welcome, Maura. CF, by the way, thank you. Your energy is very good here, and glad that you're with us. I'm glad.